So this is question 11 in development, and the question says, Keshav was complaining that his teacher wasn't helpful in class when he was struggling to understand the work. Another student, Seb, liked the teacher and felt Keshav had been messing around during the lesson and that was why he struggled. When Seb wanted the teacher's help but didn't get it, he changed his mind about the teacher. Is Seb showing an example of assimilation or accommodation? Explain your answer for 4 marks. So the first word there you need to think about is assimilation. Now, the best way to remember the difference between assimilation and accommodation is to look after the A's. Now, with the first one, assimilation, you've got 2 S's. So you could think of that as same schema. So that means if you're receiving more information which fits in with what you already know about something, then you can use the same schema to do that. So that's information that will add to what you already know. Nothing that contradicts it, but just stuff that will increase your knowledge of whatever it is that you're looking at. Whereas accommodation has got 2 C's afterwards, and that is change or create a new schema. So if you're receiving information which contradicts your original information in your schema, then you'd have to completely change that schema, so it'd be accommodation. Now the word says explain, so that's the command word. So you need to explain whether Seb is using an example of assimilation or accommodation. So let's have a little look at how you would do this. Assimilation is where someone improves their existing knowledge because of new but consistent information. So I started off by saying what assimilation means, and then going to apply it back to Seb. Seb is not showing assimilation because the new information about his teacher contradicts his original ideas about his teacher being helpful. So you can see there it can't just be assimilation because he's got contradictory information about his teacher. So we can't just kind of like add to his existing schema, and use that same schema. Accommodation is when an existing schema is changed to make sense of the world. Seb changes the schema for his teacher because the teacher was not helpful when he was struggling. This means his teacher schema was modified by Seb, so the example shows accommodation. So it's that 2 C's after the A, change or create a new schema. So if you're receiving information which contradicts completely what you originally thought, then you're going to have to create a new schema or change your existing schema.